If you ask most people what they know about sleep, they'll say, well, you have to get 8 hours in a row or there's something wrong with you. Absolutely incorrect. The myth of the 8-hour sleep cycle has done more to pathologize sleep than anything I've ever heard of. Sleep is like calories. Sometimes you need more calories, sometimes you need less. Don't let anyone tell you how you should sleep. Yes, 6 to 8 hours per 24-hour period is a pretty good base level for most people. But if you're doing a lot of meditation or spiritual practice, you might find you need less sleep. If you're a nursing mother, you might find you get less sleep. But to pathologize the sleep as it is doesn't help anybody. So however much sleep you're getting, I want you to start looking at the quality of sleep. Start being interested in how you sleep. Start looking at when you go to bed, when you rise in the morning, and perhaps whether you wake in the middle of the night. If you do wake in the middle of the night, that's totally fine. And in fact, for the lucid dreaming practices, that can be brilliant. Because as you fall asleep, after waking to pee in the middle of the night, for example, you could fall asleep reciting our affirmation to remember our dreams that we learnt in the last video. Tonight I remember my dreams, I have excellent dream recall. What you'll find is that just to engage an interest in sleep, your sleep will already change. The mind is like a biofeedback mechanism. We set our intent to remember our dreams, and we start remembering more dreams. Perhaps the dreams even seem more vivid. What I want you to do is the same with your sleep. I want you to fall asleep with a sense of interest in how am I sleeping? How do I feel when I wake up? What is my transition through the hypnagogic state like? How much deep sleep do I feel that I'm getting? How do I feel in the morning? And can you be aware of the hypnopompic state, which is the transitional state of mind that leads out of sleep? Now, this is a state of mind that my Buddhist teacher says is one of the most refined states of consciousness a human being can experience. And yet, a state of consciousness that most people don't even know they have access to, due to their hurry to wake up in the morning. Now, how many of you out there wake up like this? As the alarm goes, bring, 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 bring. We wake up in a state of alarm. I mean, who thought that was a good idea? When did we sign up for this stuff? When did we agree that the best way to wake up was with a massive dose of noradrenaline and cortisol hitting our bloodstream? Please, if you remember one thing from what I'm telling you in this video, remember this. Wake up with a non-alarming alarm clock. Now, if you've got iPhones or fancy smartphones, whatever it is, it's very easy. Rather than having the bring, 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 bring alarm, why don't you set a nice piece of classical music or spiritual music, whatever you're into, or birdsong, or crickets chirping, anything that allows you to wake up slightly more slowly and in a slightly more mindful way. Somebody at one of my workshops recently said, but if I wake up to birdsong, it might take me a full 2 minutes to get out of bed. I said, absolutely. I want it to take you 2 minutes to get out of bed. You're not going to miss the bus to work in the morning. The kids aren't going to go crazy if you wake up in 2 minutes rather than 2 seconds. But what will happen is that your mind's first experience of this new day will not be one riddled by noradrenaline and cortisol, but one enhanced with a sense of peace, joy, and lucidity. Wake up slowly, and don't wake up in an alarmed way.